Hello and welcome to the second season of CNBC TV18 and Lufthansa's All for This One Moment. I'm Shireen Bhan. Over the course of this show, you get to meet one of India's leading business legends. You understand what drives them, motivates them, inspires them and makes them who they are today. Before I bring out my guests for this evening, here's a quick glimpse into his success story.
Anil Agarwal's is a rags to riches story come to life. He started out in his late teens as a scrap metal trader from Bihar. Today, he's a billionaire who has achieved his ambition of being a key player in the global metals market. His firm, the $1.8 billion Vedanta Resources, is listed on the London Stock Exchange. In his spare time, Anil Agarwal likes to watch Hindi movies, do a spot of yoga and a little cycling.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the chairman of the Vedanta Group, the founding chairman of the Vedanta Group, Anil Agarwal. Thank you very much for joining us on the show, sir. It's a pleasure to have you right here. Let me start with where your journey actually started. Today, you're the sort of anointed king of the non-ferrous market, metals market, but it didn't really start that way. Take us through how your story actually began from the scrap business to where you currently stand.
No, we are not king. We are servant of servants. So there is no question.
You're being modest now.
But it's
I
a
wouldn't
great.
mind being a servant of servants. I like that.
We should always have that frame of mind, and that's how we work. So it was a great journey. I live 20 years in Bihar, in Patna, and completed my. I didn't complete my graduation, but I studied up to the matriculate, and then moved to Bombay 76, and we started. My father has a business in Patna,
of aluminum conductors.
Aluminum conductors. So we came here, started looking the opportunity. 10 years was difficult. 76 to 86 was very difficult period. Any business you start, you fail. It's amazing. People don't understand. Nine business shutters have shut down because it was not working. It was not working. And finally, we have gone into the business of jellyfill cable, and it was a great opportunity for
1986. So that was the big turnaround for you. That was the watershed year as far as Anil Agarwal was concerned.
Yes, yes.
Would you say your powers of persuasion have helped you in life? Because I was reading another story about how you actually went down to Australia and you were actually scouting around for a deal at that point in time, and you had got some gifts with you and you managed to actually convince the buyers with the gifts that you had taken. Is that a true story?
No, this is, see, we as an Indian, we have a background to take some handicraft, some gift. That's our nature, we don't see in the Western world that much. But we initially, now it's not required, but initially whenever we go abroad and whoever we have to meet, we have to carry some gift. Sometime I was so excited, I used to give the gift to the secretary. I thought he's the man. And then I said, oh my God, I made a mistake. So
and you didn't have another backup gift, did you?
So I have to ask them that I'll come back again tomorrow.
But what was that experience actually like for you? Because, you were a small town boy in that sense who grew up in Bihar, then moved to Bombay, but to actually go abroad to sort of do deals with foreign partners in that sense, what was that first foreign experience for you like?
My first foreign experience was to set up a jellyfill cable. Difficult. We got a license in 82 and then went to look for it. Was the last project. Then I met Mr. Fred Ginger, who was the United Technologies. They used to make jellyfill cable. I could persuade them because I came to know that one of their plant has been shut down. They were not ready to sell. I somehow persuaded him, spent time in USA.
That's my point. That's exactly what I was talking about. The powers of persuasion. What is the mantra behind this success story in that sense? How do you manage to convince people to do things that they don't want to do?
I think my face shows some kind of honesty and something, and people will like to help me. Probably that happened at the when I was buying the jellyfill cable plant, and that was a great starting point.
Okay, something. I mean, I know you're passionate about not religion, but you're passionate about faith, and you do visit the temple as often as you possibly can, especially when you're back home in India. But something else that you're very, very passionate about, I understand, are Hindi movies.
Who Indian will not be passionate about that?
How often do you actually get to watch a movie?
First day, first show.
First day, first show. What's the last movie that you've actually watched?
The one must have released 5 days back. I must have gone there. Kal Aaj,
Love Aajkal. All right, okay. So Anil Agarwal's watched Love Aajkal. On that note, it's time for us to surprise you with another very special message that's come into us, and hopefully you're going to enjoy this one.
Anil Saab I've known for years actually. I think I met him first time in London at a get-together, and then he invited me over to his house. I met his family, his daughter and his wife. And what I liked about him is that you meet very few people. I got to know his businesses later, but before that, what I liked about him is that he's always very wonderstruck with simple things of life. To me, which is a very appealing quality in any person, that you can be really happy with very small little goodness around you.
What makes Anil Agarwal happy? Because Shah Rukh Khan says that the smallest things in life still make you happy. What makes you happy at this point in time?
Yeah, this was a surprise for me. But the small things make you become more happier to playing with the kids, cycling. One day I went to Shah Rukh's house and I find he was not there. He was inside the sofa and playing with his kid. And I says, oh my God, I can't believe it. So these small things definitely keep you very happy.
Okay, Shah Rukh also told us that you must ask Anil Agarwal about how he first went to the US. His first US trip. He said that's an interesting story. You must ask him about it. Share that with us.
No, again, we never thought, I have no idea I have to cross Europe to go to US. And I have to buy something. I was trying to buy a piece of equipment. I had a friend of mine, some others. We managed to take to the travel agent the ticket. We sat on the plane. It was 82, 83. And very difficult. We had a $500. That's all we used to get from the foreign exchange, the Reserve Bank permission, and very precious. And I remember in the flight, I think it was Lufthansa or Air India, one of those, Air India. So I have been told that the best thing you do when you go abroad, ask for Bacardi with Coke, Bacardi rum with the Coke. So I asked this girl who was serving there, and she given us 2 Bacardi with the Coke, and asked for $3 each, $6, and we given back the drink to them. I said, look.
You actually returned a Bacardi and Coke which cost you $3.
No, this is $100, very precious. I can't change it. So that's how we started. We went there. We find somebody on the aircraft. They were enjoying with us because entire journey we were joking, laughing, making people laugh. And he asked me, where you're going to stay? I says, well, anywhere, maybe with you. So he started thinking, and then he says, where is your overcoat? I said, this is the coat. I've never had an idea that you need an overcoat in the winter in US. So when we arrived, this gentleman was very nice to us. I met him first time. He took us home. And you must believe we were there for 15 days. We taken over the entire house. We really wanted that he should not kick us out.
And this is just somebody you actually met on a flight.
Met on the flight. It was very nice of him.
All right. On that note, we'll take our first commercial break on All for This One Moment. But when we return, another surprise. Someone who Anil Agarwal has known for a very, very long time is going to spill some beans on him. That and more coming up for you after this short break.
Participate in the All for This One Moment contest. Answer this simple question. What is Anil Agarwal's favorite leisure activity? A. Watching Hindi movies. B. Playing golf. C. Reading. SMS LH moment space followed by your answer option A, B or C to 51818 and win yourself fabulous gift hampers from Lufthansa.
Welcome back. You're watching CNBC TV 18 and Lufthansa's All for This One Moment. We're in conversation with Anil Agarwal of the Vedanta Group, and it's time now for us to surprise him with someone who's actually known him for many, many years and has seen him evolve not just as a business personality but also as an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Shishir Kumar. Thank you so much for joining us, sir, right here. Okay, so you working in the Bombay hospital, how long have you actually known him?
Anil, to be precise, about 38 years.
38 years?
That's right.
And what
yes.
was your first impression of him?
Oh, those were very youthful days. Anil is younger to me by about 5 years. And we were friends who loved to go out in the evenings. I had just finished medical school, and Anil was into business and to going to college as well. And in the evenings we'd get together, and we came from a small place called Patna. We'd get together in the evenings, and Anil would be on his small scooter, and of course during the day
He was the only one who has to drive the car in among our circle.
So while he was in a car, you were on a scooter, is it?
Today he has the jet, and
I know.
but things have not changed for him. Things
No?
have not at all.
Anil Agarwal hasn't changed
Oh,
in
not
spite of the fact that he's now moving around his own private jet?
That doesn't make a difference at all.
Did you ever believe, because I mean, he's always been ambitious. Everybody that we've spoken to has always said that he had that fire, he had that sort of drive, and he was always very ambitious. But did you spot that fire and spark in him when you were growing up?
We were friends. Never would one dream of billions, because we didn't know how many zeros were there to a billion. But we certainly knew that he had the zest, he had the intentions, he had the desire, he had the focus. So he had to succeed. Now, I didn't know that it would take him to London and New York and Central Park on his 81st floor or whatever it is on our Hill Street. But certainly, yes, he'll do well, because he was very determined, he was focused, and he was very sincere in what he wanted to do. And he was an achiever.
And was he buying you Bacardi and Coke at that point in time, or was he not buying you Bacardi and Coke?
I don't take alcohol at all. This is one thing I never did. But he was never very, very fond of very good drinks, but he would definitely like to taste things. On the passage of life, he'd like to say, let's have a small drink, doctor, have a sip or two, and then leave it there. But certainly we were very conscientious about how much was in the wallet. There wasn't very much in those days. But it was great fun, and we'd go out on Sundays. Definitely we had to go out for a restaurant, we'd go out for a movie. Even today he's very, very fond of movies. I don't know if he's told you that, but
no, he hasn't.
I'm always teased by my children and my wife that if there's anybody who can pull me to a movie is Anil. And it's an order. It's a fatwa, he says. Doctor, I'm coming. Kiranji, his wife, very loving, will say, no, Shishir Bhaiya, I'm coming, and we're going to a movie. Which movie, I don't know. And I remember once, this was many years ago, I think in the evening, in a night show it was, and he said, we're going for a movie. And I said, have you got the tickets? He said, yes. His driver said he's got the tickets. So we went into the hall. The show had already started. We're never on time. With Anil, in cinema halls, you're never on time.
Yeah.
With something or the other, some telephone conversations. And I remember the movie, and we went on and on and on, went to the hall. And I don't know if you like it or not, we sat on the first row. On the first row of a theatre, because that's the only seat was available, and the driver was told by the chap who was giving the tickets that those are very good seats. So right in front, we were looking at the screen, and I said, Anil, before it's intermission, let's get out of here. It won't be nice to see.
Did he agree to, or did he sit through the movie?
It didn't matter to him.
It didn't matter?
But Dr. Saab says that, look, I'm in a profession, don't let me be here. Interval people will see me sitting in the front row. It's impossible.
But it didn't bother you. Anil Agarwal sitting in the front row of a movie theatre didn't bother you at all.
I was fine. Except I have to look at it like this.
But, you know, we've seen the sort of business persona. We've seen what he is like when he's actually doing deals, how he's dealing with competition, the ambitious targets that he actually has set out for himself. Take us through the side that we don't know about him.
A fun-loving person who enjoys with his friends, straightforward, honest. You can never put a gun on his temple and make him say yes. He'll do what he feels is right. Of late, there has been a dramatic change in him, which I like to definitely compliment about him, that Dr. Saab, he never calls me Shishir, though we are very intimate friends. And he said, Dr. Saab, I want to give it back to society. And this is one thing which I have said has transformed his persona, his thought process, whether it's in the field of education, he's setting up the Vedanta University, or the big cancer hospital is putting up. So this amazed me a lot.
Well, Dr. Saab, I'm taking the liberty of calling you that. Thank you very much for joining us on the
Thank
show.
you.
It's been a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to have you
Wonderful.
on the show,
You've
sir.
interviewed beautifully. I always see your interviews.
Thank you so much. On that note, another quick commercial break. When we return, it's the moment we've all been waiting for, where an unsung entrepreneur gets the chance to actually meet Anil Agarwal. That and more on All for This One Moment.
Participate in the All for This One Moment contest. Answer this simple question. What is Anil Agarwal's favorite leisure activity? A. Watching Hindi movies. B. Playing golf. C. Reading. SMS LH moment space followed by your answer option A, B or C to 51818 and win yourself fabulous gift hampers from Lufthansa.
Welcome back. You're watching CNBC TV 18 and Lufthansa's All for This One Moment. It's that time of the show when we bring out our unsung entrepreneur and give him a chance to actually meet with Anil Agarwal. But before I bring him out, here's a look at his success story.
Ashit Doshi joined his family-owned water management business at the age of 23. He took charge of the company in 1993 and turned the company around from a single product company to one that has multiple complete water management solutions. In his 16 years, he has increased the turnover of the company from 30 lakhs to over 300 crores. Under his stewardship, the company has also tied up with Veolia, a global major in the water management business.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our unsung entrepreneur, Ashit Doshi. You get my chair, so there you go.
So nice to get this opportunity to meet you and to interact with you. For any leader, any business entrepreneur, when he wants to grow in his life, like you said that you are growing through professionals, not just a family member. We are also a family company, so I'm asking this question from that angle. While identifying those leaders, you meet with success, you meet with failure. How you identify a good talent in the market, and in the process when it goes through success and failure, how you deal with them? Because there are expectations from them, and when those expectations are not met, how you challenge, how you take care of that?
I can only look at the history. Most of the all this large company has been started by some individual, some point of time. So that's how it's revolve. How that happened is up to us, the leader, who has the determination, the vision, ready to show the path, and work with the team and to build the team. And they make a mistake. You ignore those mistakes. Power of ignorance is a great thing, and it's take time. It's a cooking time. It's take time to cook it. So when you cook it in the slow firing, it's better. So it is a process. You're going through the process. There is no professionalism. I think we are the best professional. I think there is no difference between us, me, and I think people who's taking the leadership role in the company. They are better position, better knowledge. But it's a team which has been built up, and we have to think like that. And we all have to draw the salary. We all have to remain very professional. That's the only way we can take it forward.
All right, on that note, it's time for us to bring out our final special guest, our representative from Lufthansa, who's got a special memento for both our guests tonight.
Mr. Agarwal, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
For This One Moment.
Thank you for creating this.
In our 50th year in India, I'd like to take the opportunity of presenting you with your own A380 model, and it has your name, Kristen, on it.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Doshi, once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We would love to give you a ticket round trip from India to Europe via any of our two hubs in Frankfurt and Munich. You have the choice of flying from 54 flights out of India per week from 7 cities.
Okay.
So these are the tickets here.
Thank you so much.
All right, gentlemen, many thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much,
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you
Agarwal. It's
very
been a
much.
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On that note, it's time for us to wrap up this episode of All for This One Moment. We'll see you again next week with another leading Indian business legend. Till then, from all of us here, goodbye and many thanks for watching. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to the second season of CNBC TV18 and Lufthansa's All for This One Moment. I'm Shireen Bhan. Over the course of this show, you get to meet one of India's leading business legends. You understand what drives them, motivates them, inspires them, and makes them who they are today. Before I bring out my guest for this evening, here's a quick glimpse into his success story.
Anil Agarwal's is a rags to riches story come to life. He started out in his late teens as a scrap metal trader from Bihar. Today, he's a billionaire who has achieved his ambition